Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of the All in Travel series. Today is the day of a road trip where we are going long distance away from Mariehamn. So let's get started. Okay, so what you're seeing behind me is a bike. I've decided to name it Lola, and Lola is gonna be my travel buddy for the coming days for all the road trips ahead. And today's plan is to go to Getabergen, which is about 40 kilometers north of Mariehamn and should take about 2 odd hours. So let's get the journey started. It's a bit cloudy, doesn't look like it's gonna rain yet, but let's start the journey on road. Let's hit the road. Okay, so we are on the road. And last evening was a lot of fun. I was just chilling in the common room, the pantry, and the owner came and there was another French guy and we ended up chit-chatting for quite a bit. The owner also let me try pickled herring, where the herring was sourced from a local farmer. So that was a lot of fun. Last evening we did a lot of chit-chatting about our travel styles and what we look for while traveling, how to make it more fun. And it was actually the owner who told me about this hiking area, and then ahead of the hiking area are also some caves. So really looking forward to this exciting adventure. And we're going to go through this path that I walked the other day, but today is going to be a bike ride. And it's been a while since I did biking. I was mostly walking, but today's going to be, well, actually the next couple of days with Lola are gonna be really fun adventures. Let's see how it goes. So that's the beauty of biking. We are now crossing Jomala, and whenever you spot signs like this, you can stop and bike at your own pace. The biking lanes are quite well maintained. It's relatively flat with like very smooth, soft inclines, so you won't find it super hard. As long as you're in a moderate physical condition or better, you'll still be able to do it. So let's continue onwards, and if I find something interesting along the way, then I'll just stop and look around. And then so it's gonna be like hop on hop off, because it's my bike, my pace, so I get to decide how I do it. Sounds like fun so far, and the weather is warming up, and also because I'm doing the cardio, so I'm warming up, so I removed the jacket. And yeah, let's continue onwards, and really excited to see what's along the way. It's my first time doing this route, so it's totally new to me. So while passing by Jomala, I came across this church. The building looks really nice stone architecture. So I'm gonna take a small pit stop and take a closer look at it. Also has a nice garden and greenery around it, so I'm just curious. Gonna spend some time here. Let's go closer. About this, it's a Saint Olaf's church from the medieval times. It's a Lutheran church. There's a burial tombstones, so I suppose some sort of burial ground here. Grandma was just here probably visiting her ancestors. I don't suppose the church is open to visit inside, but this is a new experience, a different kind of culture. So people have laid fresh flowers for their loved ones. Interesting to see how different cultures do this. Perhaps somebody recently lost a loved one. I really like the stone architecture, it gives it a very rustic feeling. So I was actually passing by the road behind me, trying to take a look at the map, and then I suddenly smell cows. Then I look back and I saw this cow shed, and I'm damn sure it's a cow shed because I can identify the smell from a mile away. So I stopped by to investigate a little bit. Oh, I can see the cows peeking at me. This is gonna be so much fun. I think it's an automated milking parlor, so some sort of a dairy farm. So just gonna say hi to the cows and then continue onwards with our journey. Okay, some baby calves are really curious. Also Holsteins. Two of them almost coming to say hello. Hello. These guys are so friendly. It was so refreshing to get a chance to stop here. Try to walk around, see if there's a way to get a closer look and see what these guys are actually doing. So I asked the staff for permission to come inside, and it's so cool. These baby calves are really curious. On both sides, some of them just chilling, some of them grazing. Never seen an automated dairy farm this big before. Hello. Hello. Had a fun little break seeing these baby cows feed on the fodder, spoke to the staff, learned more about this dairy farm and dairy farming in Finland in general. Took a walk around, saw the arrangement. Most of these cars are very curious. They are running after me as I move around for vlogging. But yeah, they have split up. Like there are babies, there are bulls, there are heifers, and there are mothers who are feeding their babies, so they are kept separate. It's a fun little break. Now onwards to a journey for the hike. But first, these two grey guys really want to say hello. 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 Okay, and off we go. Spotted two horses happily grazing. Not so happy about being in my video, I suppose. Running back. Nice lush green pastures and a really nice route. I wonder what this plant is. Looks like mustard. There are like field full of these. Look like extremely yellow from a distance. They look really amazing. This is somewhat a sparse field, but you can get an idea of what I mean. So time check. We are 21 kilometers from Mariehamn, 16 kilometers from Geta, and Geta is where we are going for the hike and the caves, Getabergen. So I'm taking a bit of a water break to replenish and refresh. As you can see, I'm starting to sweat already. We have done good 25 odd kilometers with Lola. She's doing nice so far. We're maintaining an average pace of 12 kilometers per hour. Nice and easy, and taking a bit of pit stops as needed. And I don't remember seeing any public transport along the road. The only buses that I've seen are private tour operators, and then there are these private cars around, and that's about it. So gonna take a refreshing break and then continue onwards. Should take another 50 odd minutes to get there. We'll see. So I'm entering into Finstrom. All of these are like different municipalities. I thought they were towns, and at the entrance when you are approaching that municipality, I think they have this, it says welcome to, and then the name of the municipality, and each of them have their own unique insignia. So I just stopped to capture this one. every different municipality is having a different one. So if you remember, in one of the previous episodes I mentioned that there is a lot of apple and apple products here. So what you're seeing behind me are apple orchards. So you can see they are still flowering, and there's like fields full of apple orchards all around. So actually Åland is the apple orchard of Finland. They have amazing sunshine, as you can see, long hours of sunshine, long autumn, so it's perfect for the apple to grow here. They have a couple different varieties, and even across the road there's like full of apple orchards, and there's Lola enjoying the sunshine. So I just stopped for a second to capture this. It's a really amazing view. I've never seen apple trees, apple orchards before, so I just stopped by to take a look. I didn't even know how the flower looked like, but now I know. These are really pretty, like whitish, pinkish mix, and they have like straight lines going all the way through, lots of trees. Just look at this. I'll take some cinematic shots. Okay, so we are approaching the Geta municipality. That's the target municipality, and it's another 7 minutes or something like 7 kilometers or 25 minutes to get to the start of the hiking trail. So let's keep going. The last few kilometers along this towards the mountain trail are very painful. They're like steep uphill, as you can hear from my breathing. So I have to walk and drag Lola with me. I've put on the hat. The sun is really bright and strong now. Might be about 20 odd degrees. It's nice and warm. The weather is great. It's just that this uphill climb at the very last patch is like that superset that everybody dreads, but almost there. Probably 10 odd minutes to get to the trailhead. Okay, so we're greeted with this wooden goat, and I finally made it to the trailhead. Was a bit difficult to spot at first. I got lost. I was running around in circles, but then I found with this wooden goat it was obvious where I was. So you're gonna see a view like this. This is the cafe, and you're gonna come at a board sign. This one, there is one here. So it's a rock formation and dwarf pines trail, and this we are here. So this trail goes this way, and this area is the cave which I wanted to see as well, and then comes back all the way, and then we'll be back here. So I'm gonna do this trail, and then this apparently can get demanding at times, so you should only do this if you are physically fit and in good condition. And then there is another trail here which is meant more for the kids. It's called the Fairy Tale Trail. It should be nice and easy, and I think it's like a tell-a-tale trail with fairy tale figures. So it's a very small one, just does it this way. You're gonna have signs like this. So since it's nice and sunny, I'm gonna take a few pictures first and then head out for the trail, the rocky trail. Okay, photo session done. Took a nice thumbnail as well, and parked Lola in the shade, locked her, and off we go to the rocky terrain and exploring the hiking route and the caves. Let's see what we find. Okay, so finding the start of that rocky trail is a bit confusing. Next to the goat there is this pile of stones, but it doesn't have an arrow. For the kids one, they have a clear arrow. So I just spoke to some guys who came here to play disc golf, and what they said is you have to go down these cliffs for now, and then the way this trail is marked is they will have similar pile of stones like the next to the goat, and then those would be painted. So let's see where we find the next one, and then from there onwards the route should be pretty clear. It's a 4.7 kilometer trek, and the guy said it's really beautiful. So let's see how long does it take, and if we find the caves and the right route. Okay, Starting to see some signs like these after hopping around stones and shrubs. I'm hoping this is the right way. Still haven't found the pile of stones, but let's keep going. So now that I know that I'm on the right track, I'm taking a short snack break. It's almost 3 p.m. Been a while since I had some energy, so I'm gonna enjoy my local apple juice. So this is one of the brands I saw on the way here when I was exploring the apple orchards, and last night I wasn't so hungry, so I swung by the local convenience store and I grabbed some protein bars. So I'm just gonna have a couple of protein bars, some apple juice. That should give me enough energy to continue onwards. I really want to get to the caves while it's still bright and sunny. Welcome to my solo hiking adventures with nice sunny weather. As you can see, nobody is around me, all solo. Rocky terrain, there's a pile of rocks there, so I know I'm headed the right direction. There's a board which says this way, and I just checked the offline maps. The caves are in that direction, so I'm using a rough intuition of the sense of direction where I want to go, so northwards, and a little bit help of these piles of stones to kind of cross-check that I'm headed in the right direction. So this was one of the reasons why I chose the longer route. It allows you to be immersed in nature for longer, and anyways I was prepared for the tougher terrain. And the smaller kids one is like just a 1 kilometer trek, just a small loop, so you wouldn't see much, but it's mostly for families with younger children, so they also get some exposure to nature. But yeah, I mean, normally when there is a longer trail and a shorter trail to choose from, I always pick the longer one. And it's for this reason, because I want to stay immersed in nature for longer. And normally the toughness of the trail doesn't really bother me much. So stay tuned, and if you're liking the vlog, be sure to hit the like button, share it with others who are planning to visit Åland, because Mariehamn isn't the only thing that you can explore here. And subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can, follow along the Åland travel expeditions. Also, one more thing about these pile of rocks that are being used as landmarks. The notices and even the people that I spoke to at the beginning, they all said that it's going to be painted. I don't see no paint on them, but anyways, it's good to figure out that you're headed in the right direction. Now comes the fun part. So as it is, it was all extremely rocky terrain. Now I have to go up. So it's a ascend, descend, kind of very uneven rocky terrain. So that's why they have the notice in the beginning that you have to be physically fit to be here. And when it rains a lot, then I guess it becomes very slippery. So it's also a bit dangerous at the time. But anyways, I've already cycled like 45 kilometers here. So my body is extremely warm and ready to go for this. So that's why I'm directly hitting the trail. Otherwise, be sure to stretch a little bit and warm up before you start this, or else you'll get like very nasty cramps. Okay, let's see what's on the other side of this. Okay, found the cave. So this is what I was aiming for, to get to the caves while it's still nice and sunny, and I think I made it. But caves are also the halfway point of the loop that we're doing, so it's also good. It means approaching the halfway mark. So I'm actually extremely enjoying this trail. Look at the views. It's like so nice, so quiet, and lush green at the same time. This is the first time I hit a kind of road, a dirt road. I guess it's for the people who are maintaining this area. But I absolutely like the idea of using the stone piles. They are everywhere, and it's so convenient to find your trail. It's like such a cool idea to use them as trail markers. Let's see, I'm really curious about the caves. These are the red ants I also found in Koeteli. More or less the similar environment here. That's why they look like fire ants. Might hurt when they bite, but so just be a little bit careful. and wear like proper outdoor boots when you're out in the woods. These boulders are huge. Could be used for bouldering outdoors. Really tempting. Climbing all the way up. These rock formations remind me of Bhimbetka, close to Bhopal, where I did a road trip with my family a few years ago in India. Brings back a lot of memories. Quite similar formation. Okay, so I can hear water, I can see water behind me, and we are going downhill now from here. A bit rocky terrain. All that blue is the water, so I'm guessing the caves are by the water. I see some people there, so I suppose we are almost there. Okay, so it seems like the caves and boulders that we passed, those were the caves, if I understood correctly. And this water is very refreshing. It's a bit salty still, but it's freezing cold, so I washed my face and now I feel super refreshed. Been resting here for about 20-25 minutes or so. I'm gonna stay here for another 5-10 minutes and then start heading back. The route seems to be going this way. So now it's going to be interesting to see what we have on the way back. I'll vlog if there is anything interesting, otherwise I'll see you back at the cafe where we parked Lola. So that's where I was chilling. I think it's some inland waters of backwaters of Baltic Sea. I was sitting somewhere there and started the return journey. It's quite interesting. Lots of fallen trees, rocks, steep uphill, downhill. I really like these fallen pine leaves. They make a very soft bed for trekking, but it's also when it rains that it becomes very slippery and dangerous. But for the moment this is perfect for the knees. So the GoPro might not be doing justice, but the views are really worth it, despite the fact that on the way back you might have to do a very steep climb up many times. Sometimes the incline is almost like 60-70 degrees. You're gonna feel your calf burn a bit, and sometimes you'll have to use all your force to climb up. That's why I'm not vlogging so much when I'm on that patch, but it's so worth it. The views are really amazing. Okay, so we are back. That's the cafe we started from. That's the goat where we took the initial shots. Couple of minutes and we'll be back to base. Okay, finally back to base. So time check, I started at about 2:15. Now is 5:15, so it took me 3 hours to do the entire circuit, and it said it's 5 kilometers long, but I think I ended up doing more like 7, including the detours and wandering around a bit to take in all the views and stuff. But all in all, definitely recommend if you have the time. Then there is also the disc golf route, so if you prefer playing that as well, you can spend some time here. Very nice and relaxing. You can hear the sounds of the birds behind me, and on a nice sunny day it looks super amazing. So this is gonna be your starting checkpoint, and then that is the trail marker, and then you go. All right, I think I've burnt a lot of calories today. Already done 45 kilometers of biking, then 7 kilometers of hiking. almost gonna do 55 odd kilometers on the way back. The reason for the difference is because I'm gonna take a detour, and there's a nice cafe I know on a different island, Snacker or something, I don't know how to pronounce it right, but I'll try to head over there. Hopefully I'll get there soon enough and get some food in the system. I really need those calories. So the good thing though is now I'll take Lola, and the last hill climb that I was doing where I was dragging her, now I have to go downhill, so it's going to be nice and easy. So let's start heading to the cafe and get some calories going. So the plan is to get to this Seaside cafe in Snako, which I think is another island that I'll briefly touch upon before starting the journey back to my accommodation. It's about 5 kilometers from the hiking trail, so I'm just headed that way. I hope they have good views and good food, so let's try to get there. So I have Grace with me. She's the owner of Lolos Cafe. So on the board sign that we saw, it's about 5 kilometers from the hiking venue that I saw. And let's get to know more about Grace and your cafe. So Grace, please tell us more about yourself and your business here.
Yes, so my name is Grace, and originally I'm from the Philippines. And I am actually a nurse. Who became an apple farmer.
Wow.
And then since last year, then we started this coffee shop, which is supposed to be just a coffee shop, but now it's a restaurant as well. Because people had been coming here and appreciated what we have done. The view here, as you can see, it's a very nice view, right?
Wait for the views. I will show you what's in front of me, but I'm curious. Behind me is a sauna. And it's a very Finnish thing to have a sauna everywhere you go. So tell us more about the sauna. I see you have 2 saunas here?
No, this one is a houseboat.
Okay.
There you can sleep also. But then this sauna, it's a part of the, if you have seen the glamping tent. We have
on the way here, yes.
Yeah, those 5. That's one of those. If you can see that.
Okay, so that's those are glamping tents there. So this base moves over there.
Yes, we're gonna move. We're gonna move it beside that tent.
Interesting. And this is the houseboat, you said?
The houseboat we're gonna put on the other side.
And those cows yours too?
No, it's our neighbor's car.
Okay.
Cows. I mean.
Okay. Interesting. And what's the specialty dishes you have on your cafe or restaurant? Is it Pinoy cuisine? Is it Western cuisine?
We have just started serving for lunch a Filipino food because, as I said, I am from the Philippines, so I want to introduce the Filipino culture as well. And
we have a guest on the vlog. Hello.
This is my husband.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So you also help out here at the cafe?
I do.
Okay, interesting.
I work with the apple farm right now. So.
Okay, and so you do everything by yourself? You have a team to help out?
We have a team to help us under harvest season.
Okay, interesting. Well, that's the beauty, you know, if you love to chit chat, you ask for one guest, you get 2. Okay, and this is the amazing view we have around us. So this is the Baltic Sea, I suppose?
Yes.
Okay, so you get to swim around in the Baltics, you get a glamping tent, and you have a sauna. And there is food. What more can you ask for? All right, so I'll see you again once the food is served so that I can make you a bit jealous. I'm so full with all the food, and then there is this apple juices from their own domestic farm, and there is ice cream from a nearby small business to top it up. This perfect amount of calories after all the hiking and biking around. Absolutely 10 on 10 recommend. The spring rolls were actually Grace's own recipe, the owner's recipe, so if you have to try them, the vegetarian spring rolls. and all in all, the food is amazing. All right, so it's time to say goodbye. That's Grace, that's her daughter. Amazing hospitality. I think I'm gonna be in food coma for the next 1.5 days at the very least. But the food is really great here. The views are amazing. The hosts are amazing. And they're so kind, they're gonna let me hitch a ride back to town. So I don't even have to bike back, so I can enjoy my food coma. All right, thanks so much for having me here.
You're welcome.
This was me signing off from the Lolos Cafe. That's the end of the episode. If you did like it, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.